Apple hitting another record high today. And according to our data team at CNBC, it is the most overbought company right now in the S&P 500 with a relative strength index, RSI, something Josh talks about all the time, of 92. It's posted 25 all-time closing highs so far this year. The question is, Josh, if that's something that you look at and tell our viewers to pay attention to in the way we should think about what to do with stocks, what do I do with that?
The message of Apple is whenever Warren Buffett is selling something, you want to be buying with both hands. JK, love you, Warren. All right, what's going on here is absolutely remarkable. They obviously had a product cycle this year with the new phone. Did not get the critics to be blown away by any of the stuff they did. They're slowly rolling out AI features. They put like this image playground app on my phone yesterday. Fine, I guess I'll try it. The iOS 18 refresh was a disaster. I heard the All-In guys trashing that last week. It really just hasn't been a great year for headlines at Apple, but the fundamentals remain so powerful. I think it was enough for this stock to continue to be accumulated. It also doesn't hurt that we're shattering every record on the books for ETF inflows. Apple's in every ETF. It's in the dividend ETF. It's in the shareholder yield ETF, buyback ETF. They're a leader in CapEx. They're a leader in R&D. It's in the tech ETF. It's in every index, Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, XLK. So when you have money pouring into ETFs, and this is the largest or second largest holding throughout the course of the year, plus the buyback, it's not crazy to understand why this thing has been melting up. I don't think at a 92 RSI, it's a great purchase. So I'm not adding to it, but would I sell it? With a gun to my head, I probably still wouldn't. So I think a lot of people are where I am with this stock, and that's just what it is.
So you read it more of a potential bad sign of getting in or buying more, but not necessarily a bad sign that you need to worry about it turning down because it's so overbought.
If you own it for the last, I'm in this stock literally forever. I can't even tell you what price it would have to get to for me to feel it. So I wouldn't be shocked if we saw a 10% correction in Apple to start off the year as money rotates. Keep in mind, the RIA channel is $7 trillion. Do you know what RIAs do in January? Okay, they rebalance. Any form of rebalancing at any large wealth management organization is going to involve selling Apple. You have to understand that. If you don't understand that, you don't work on Wall Street, you don't belong here. So 100% you're going to see selling come out in this name, but how extreme is that selling really going to be? Are people walking away from the stock? Absolutely not. So you have to be willing to endure that correction if and when it happens, if you're going to be long this name. And
with their decision to collaborate, Apple and NVIDIA are creating a technological synergy that could revolutionize the field of massive language models. LLMs with a combined market value of almost $7 trillion, this partnership has caused a stir in the stock market and drawn interest from both tech enthusiasts and investors. At the core of this union is Apple's cutting-edge recurrent drafter-redrafter technique, which is now combined with NVIDIA's potent tensor RT-LLM. This calculated move suggests an ambitious goal to revolutionize text generation speeds while lowering latency and power consumption. Are these giants set to redefine the future of AI and machine learning? So, what implications does this have for NVIDIA's stock? Let's explore that. But first, a big thank you to those of you who've stuck with us this far. Creating these videos takes significant effort and dedication. So if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts on NVIDIA stock in the comments. Your support truly helps us grow. Now let's get back to the video.
Being so overbought, stock's been up and I'm up a lot in it. What are we doing about it? What should we do about it?
Yeah, well, I think that there are a couple of important factors. One is, what's the tax hit? And many of our clients are taxable, most. They care about paying capital gains. stocks like Apple, it doesn't matter where we bought it. It's all a big gain right now. So to the extent that people say, oh, we thought it was a 4% position and now it's a 5.5%. I understand the rebalancing point that Josh brought up, but also there is the tax hit. And I honestly think that since most people are underweight these names, they are underweight Apple, and the idea now to continue to be underweight is less attractive because the rest of the market has done so.
According to legend, Apple and NVIDIA's partnership is one for the books. Picture two superheroes combining their superpowers. Apple using its revolutionary redrafter technique, and NVIDIA using it in the powerful Tensor RT LLM. This partnership promises not only excitement, but also noticeable improvements in LLM performance. One may laugh at the notion that tech giants require assistance in producing text more quickly, but with a 2.7-fold increase in token generation speed, it's obvious they're not merely reinventing the wheel. Rather, they're transforming it into a rocket. Apple's redrafter, which cleverly blends beam search and dynamic tree attention, was initially designed to improve LLM performance. Now that NVIDIA has integrated Tensor RT LLM, it can handle complex models with newfound efficiency. Imagine decoding tweets before they are even posted. That may not be possible, but the point is that both Apple and NVIDIA are committed to pushing the envelope, as shown by their promising benchmarking results that show lower latency and computational costs. Apple recently exceeded analyst expectations with $94.9 billion in fourth quarter revenue, and NVIDIA reported an impressive 94% increase in third quarter earnings. These companies are prime examples of momentum and potential that seem as limitless as the universe they seek to decode. To stay informed about the latest developments from NVIDIA and the ever-changing stock market, consider subscribing to our investing tutorial channel. We provide daily updates on significant market shifts and key catalysts. So hit that subscribe button to ensure you never miss crucial information. We'd love to hear your thoughts on NVIDIA stock, so please share your opinions in the comments below. Now let's dive into today's video.
Incredible run, but it's not 92.
No.
But how do I think about the types of overbought stocks and what I want to do with them as we approach the end of the year and make the turn?
Well, as you know, I sold Apple because I made 40% in 4 months' time, and I didn't think, and I still don't think, that this version of the iPhone is going to be the super cycle from AI. I definitely think in the out years it will be, but next year I think it might struggle, and I think it's ahead of itself, and I took some gains. But what I did do as a portfolio manager, since I'm underweight, a 7% weighting in the S&P 500, I made Amazon huge. It's a huge position, my largest by far, so that if it does participate, if it does outperform, I'm not going to get hit by being quote unquote short Apple because I don't own any Apple against my bench. So it's a little technical, but quite frankly, I like Apple. Amazon much better than Apple because I think there's a lot of ways that they can win. It's retail, they're taking share. It's AWS, we all know about the cloud, and it's accelerating. Advertising never gets talked about. They have huge amount of cash. I think they're going to announce some sort of a dividend or a bigger buyback. And yeah, it's expensive at 35 times, but it's at 14 times EBITDA, and historically it's traded at 17 to 18 times. And so I still think there's upside. I still want to own the.
With Apple and NVIDIA combining their resources, we stand on the brink of a new era for LLM technologies. This venture exemplifies not only technological advancement, but also a growing trend of symbiotic collaborations between industry leaders as each incorporates the other's strength. The tech community is buzzing with discussions about how reducing latency and increasing generation speed could improve user experiences across myriad applications. Apple engineers suggest this could lead to significant drops in computational expenses in a market where time and electricity are money. Users and investors may gain from both businesses in ways they never would have thought possible, particularly in a stock market that rewards both innovation and financial excellence. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.
With a couple of things. We have this transition to Blackwell. And so your product Hopper, which is still driving the majority of revenues, is starting to slow down, as you would expect to see. And there's a lot of enthusiasm now for custom silicon or ASICs, as you've seen with Broadcom and Marvell. I think those things are weighing on the stock. I still think when you think about 2025 and AI, the story is Blackwell. The product cycle that NVIDIA has, I think they're going to have a huge second half of the year. And I think we do have these transitional issues as we're moving there. But I think the stock is very attractive at this level. I'm not going to say absolute bottom because it's volatile, but it's very attractive at this level. I think you're trading at a much lower multiple than some of the AI peers. And I really believe that they actually gain share versus custom silicon in 2025. I'm very excited for this custom silicon trend, but I still think NVIDIA can gain share relative to that in 2025 and has a very strong product cycle. We think the stock trades well north of 150
The stock market will be greatly impacted when Apple and NVIDIA push the boundaries of innovation through their joint venture. If history is any guide, this partnership has paved the way for long-term growth and profitability. The increased capabilities of LLMs through faster text generation speeds promise a new horizon for AI applications, giving these tech giants an even greater edge in technological dominance. According to current market projections, Apple and NVIDIA's stocks have a lot of room to rise, which would be consistent with the momentum of their innovative synergy. Investors are given hope by Apple's solidified position as the most valuable business in the world and NVIDIA's explosive revenue growth. The real question is, do you see yourself riding the wave of this collaboration? Share your thoughts on whether this strategic merger entices you to invest in these technological powerhouses as they forge a path toward a potentially groundbreaking future in AI and machine learning. Finally, if you'd like to know what companies like NVIDIA have been up to these past few days, click on the next video on your screen. The integration of RedDrafter with TensorRT LLM may prove to be an astute decision, reinforcing their shared commitment to innovation and leadership in AI advancement.